roots will be real and will be distinct. The roots will be real and distinct. That means the curve will cut x-axis at two distinct points, right? So the roots will be real and distinct. Second, a for less than 0, again for d greater than 0, we'll have downward facing, and again the roots will be real. The roots will be real and distinct, right? Next is when d is equal to 0. When d is equal to 0, for this one, for a greater than 0, we'll have this kind. So here roots will be again real but equal. Okay, roots will be real but equal. In this case also, downward facing, the roots will be real and equal. Okay, now next, when d is less, the third case was d less than 0. So in this case, the curve will not cut x-axis at any points. That means the roots are imaginary. Imaginary roots means that the curve is not intersecting x-axis at all. It is not even touching, not even intersecting. For third case, this one also d less than 0. This will be the case. So this is roots are imaginary. Okay, just check this, copy this, then we move further. Okay, fine, very good. So let's move further. So now basically we have seen that the curve is either upward facing or downward facing, right? And we have seen that this is the point of minimum point, and this is the point of maximum. This is maximum point. Okay, and when we were deriving these two, when we were deriving the actual shape, when we are looking at the quadratic expression, we have realized that this point for x is equals to minus b by 2a, for x is equals to minus b by 2a, we will get these point of minima or this point of maxima. For x is equals to minus b by 2a, we will get this point of minima and this point of maxima. Okay, and if you remember, the equation was something like this: y is equals to a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus d by 4a. Okay, we are getting something like this. Now, if x is equals to minus b by 2a for any of the case, if a is positive or negative, we are not bothered about that, because when x is equals to minus b by 2a, by this part will become 0. This part will become 0. If this part is 0, that means this thing is removed. Then what will be the value of y? Y will be minus d by 4. Y will be minus d by 4a. So minus d by 4a, and here also minus d by 4a. Okay. Now, one thing to be noticed here is, which is very important, that this minus does not mean that this whole thing will be negative. This minus does not mean that this thing is negative. What does this minus mean? This minus is just a sign. So basically the sign of b and a, and here is the sign of d and a, collectively will decide the overall sign of this. Now suppose you have minus b by 2a. Now let's take a is equals to 2 and b is equals to minus 1. Let's take a is equals to 2 and b is equals to minus 1. So what will this become? Minus of minus 1 by 2 into 2. So this becomes 1 by 4. So basically the sign of a and b decides the total sign. Here, even though there was a negative on b by 2a, it is actually made, the overall sign is positive and we are getting 1 by 4. Understood? So this minus here and here does not mean that it is negative. Depending on the sign of A, B and C combined, we will get the overall sign of this. So this minus b by 2 can be negative as well as positive. Minus d by 4 can be negative as well as positive. Okay. And we have a very special name for these points, maxima, these maximum or minimum point. This is called as vertex. Okay. These points are called as vertex. Okay. So I hope everybody understood what quadratic expression basically is and some terms related to that. Okay. Now let's move on to the next kind of function. Just copy this one. I'll give you 1 minute. Then we'll move on to the next kind of function. Okay. Now the next function which we look on is modulus function. Okay. The next kind of function is modulus function. Right. This is a very interesting and interesting and very intuitive kind of a function. Okay. So basically, what modulus function does is, okay. So what modulus function does is, suppose you have f of x is equals to modulus of x. Right? So modulus of function will be represented by these two bars. Anything, if it is kept inside the bar, it is known as, this means it is in modulus. Right? And what does modulus function do is that it just takes away the negative sign. It will take away the negative sign and it will give output always as a positive value. So suppose in this x, if I'll substitute -4, so if I'll substitute -4, this modulus will make it positive, make it 4. If I substitute 2, the modulus will keep 2 as 2 and it will make it 2. Okay. So modulus will simply remove the negative sign of a function and it will give you output as a positive value. Okay. So basically, if now, whenever we are solving any modulus question, what we will do, we will try to remove that modulus, because when we are equating functions, we always try to remove the operator. This is one of the many operators which we learn. Right? So when we are talking about a modulus function, so what we do when we are solving the question, we will try to remove this modulus. And how do we remove modulus? Always by dividing the whole domain or dividing the values of x into the part where the modulus is becoming 0. So where this is becoming 0, where this modulus is, this part inside is becoming 0 at x is equal to 0, right? So at x is equal to 0, this part will be 0. The output of the function will be 0. Okay. Now, if x is 0 or x is positive, when x is greater than 0, whatever value you will substitute, it will simply give you the output. It will simply give you the same output. So suppose if you're substituting 1, 0.5, 2, 3, 8, 9, 999, anything. If it is positive, it will give you the same output. So when you are substituting x, it will give you output as x. Okay. When x is less than 0, what output it is giving? Now here only it will change. What will it change? Suppose x you are if you are putting x as -1, what will be the output? It will give you output as 1. Suppose x you are substituting -2, the output will be 2. Suppose x you are substituting -5, the output will be 5. So that means whatever value of x you are putting or substituting, it will simply multiply that value of x with a negative sign, right? So I can write this as -x. Now this is important. It will take as -x. So suppose if you're substituting -1, so instead of x, if I substitute -1, so what will it become? 1. If x I will substitute -2, it's -2 into -1, -2 into minus will become 2. Understood? So this is the output. this is how we will solve any question if it is given in modulus. So from modulus, always try to convert the function into such form and divide its domain into parts where it is E0. Now one more thing, it is not necessary for me to keep this 0 separately. Either I can combine this here or I can combine this here, because 0 does not have any sign. 0 does not have any sign. So either I can combine this equality here or here, anywhere. But if I'm combining it in greater than, then I should not combine it here. If I'm combining it here, then I should not combine it. Understood? So this is what we are doing. Whenever we are solving any modulus question, modulus problem, then we will simply divide the domain into such part. Okay. Now let's try to draw the graph. Let's try to draw the graph. Now modulus function are very easy to draw. Modulus function are very easy to draw. Okay. First, what we will do, the simplest way, the way in which I remember always, the simplest way which I follow is that forget about this modulus first. Forget about this modulus. First, we simply draw the graph of y is equals to x. First, we simply draw the graph of y is equals to x. So y is equals to x graph will be something like this. This is y is equals to x. Right? Now see, the only change in the modulus function, the only change in the modulus graph will be when x is negative. When x is negative. So where x, so what happens, wherever the mod is, whatever part is on the left, whatever part is on the right side, whatever part is taking for the positive, same thing will be okay, whatever part is on the right, same part, same thing will be repeated on the left side also. So if this is for x, then this part will be for minus x. Okay, if this is not clear, simply divide the whole x into two parts. One is for this x greater than 0, draw for x. Draw x. This is y is equals to x. And for x less than 0, draw for minus x. This is y is equals to minus x. This is y is equals to x. And this is y is equals to minus x. Right? So this combined, this one and this one is the graph for this part. And this part is the combined graph for mod x, modulus of x. Okay, let's copy this one and we'll move on to one more question, some more questions related to this. Okay, let's see. So now this was a very simple, sir. This is very simple. We already know this. This is a basic graph. Now let's try to draw something more, something little different. Okay. Okay, let's see. So this was for modulus x. Modulus x is simple. We can see. Now let's try to draw the graph of y is equals to mod of x plus 2. Y is equals to mod of x plus 2. Now remember, repeat the same procedure. First, we will check where this x is becoming 0. Means where inside this thing is becoming 0. Wherever it is becoming 0, we will break the line. We will break that line into two parts. First, for less than 0, a second for greater than 0. When this is less than 0, when this is greater than 0. So first thing is, the first thing which we have to check is, when is this part becoming 0? So to check whether this is becoming 0, what will I do? I will substitute this equal to 0. So this is x plus 2 is equal to 0. So that means x is equals to minus 2. That means that x is equals to minus 2, this thing is becoming 0. Okay. Now x is equals to minus 2, this thing is 0. This thing will give you output as 0. Okay. Let's take a value greater than minus 2. Let's take a value greater than minus 2. Let's take 0. Let's take 0. For x is equal to 0, the output will be positive. For x is equals to 1, the output will be 3. The x is equals to 2, the output will be 4, and so on. So whatever for the positive value, for values of x greater than -2, whatever output, whatever value you will put, simply the value output will be x plus 2. Okay. So for x greater than -2, the output will be simply x plus 2, because the overall sign of this will be positive. Right? Now you must have understood that for x greater than -2, it is x plus 2. So for x less than -2, for x less than -2, suppose you are keeping -5. -5 will give you -5 plus 2, -3 multiplied by, and output will be 3. Suppose x is -10, -10 plus 2 will be -8. The output will give you as 8. So that means here, when it is less than, so simply this mod will open with a negative sign, minus of x plus 2. This everybody understood? Fine. This everybody understood? I hope everybody understood this part. Now the thing is, and now the next part is to sketch this. To sketch this graph. Now again, I can keep this x is I can keep this, combine this 0 with this or with this. It will not make any difference. I can combine this with this or this. It will not make any difference. Generally, what I do is I combine this thing with greater than. Okay. So let's draw the graph. So first, what will happen? So we have x is equals to -2, x is equals to -2, and this is y-axis. Fine. For x is equals to -2, the graph is x plus 2. For x is equals to -2, the graph is x plus 2. Okay. So let's see. For the graph is x plus 2. So that means for x is equals, for x, for this side, first I will draw for x greater than -2. For this side, x is equals to -2, the graph point will be here. It will be here, right? Let's take for x is equal to 0, the point will be 2. So that means it will be something like this. So this is the curve x plus 2, right? For x greater than -2, it is x plus 2. For x less than -2, for x less than -2, what will be the curve? Again, for -2, this will be 0, that means this point. For less than, again it will become something like this. Exactly mirror. Exactly mirror. Okay, so let's check this one. Understood this part, everyone? Now, if you think about it, if you say this, sir, is there any trick to this? Is there any trick to this? Now, yes, there is one trick. Now, when you have a modulus on overall function, when you have a modulus on overall function, what actually is the modulus thing doing? Modulus thing is taking input as values, positive, negative, or whatever, or 0, whatever, and it is always giving you output as positive. Whatever value it will take, it will always give you output. They need 1 second. What? 1 second, sir. They will always give you output positive, right? So that means whatever value, if they will take input, no matter what value is it, if it is negative, it will give you output as positive. If it is positive, it will give you output positive. So that means whatever is above y-axis, whatever is above y-axis will be as it is. See, on the right side, if I draw the graph of x plus 2, if I draw the graph of x plus 2, simply x plus 2, right? So x plus 2 graph is something like this. X plus 2 graph will be something like this, right? X plus 2 graph, this part will not be there. If I simply draw the graph of x plus 2, y is equals to x plus 2, the curve will be like this. Yes. Now, when I'm putting a modulus on that, that means whatever was negative, whatever was below the y-axis, below the x-axis, whatever was below x-axis, same thing will be now taking, instead of negative, same thing will be taking value as positive, right? So whatever is down, same thing will come up. Whatever is down, same thing will come up. Same thing will come up. Same thing will come up. So basically, this is nothing but the mirror image of the bottom. This is nothing but the mirror image of bottom. So what will happen? Whatever is down of x-axis, whatever is down of x-axis, we will simply take it upward. Okay, but remember, this is a trick only used when you have complete thing in modulus. When you have complete thing in modulus, this trick can be used. Fine. In the previous case also, see, this was the curve y is equals to x. This was the curve y is equals to x. Which part is below x-axis? This part is below x-axis, right? When I take modulus of x, same thing will be just taken upward. Same thing will be just taken upward. That means whatever part is down will come up. Whatever part is down will come up. So this will be the mirror image of this. So this is the complete graph of y is equals to modulus. Okay. Let's take one more example. Let's see if we can draw it or not. Okay. I hope this one is clear. Let's take one more example, something like this. But now I will change. Now I will change a little bit. Right? So let's see if you can draw the graph. Most important thing is draw the graph. Right? So y is equals to modulus of 3 minus x. Now draw the graph of this. Okay. Think about it for some time. There is no hurry. Just think about it. Try to draw the graph and see if it is correct or not. I will draw afterwards and just check if it is correct or not. Bache, Sanvi, the part which is below x-axis, that will come up because it's a modulus. Okay, so let's draw this one. First thing which everybody understood is that first what I have to check is that, yes, now it is correct. Very good. First thing which we have to check is that this part, wherever this is equal to 0, right? And that means 3 minus x is equal to 0. That means x is equals to 3, right? 3 minus x should be equal to 0. That means x is equals to 3, correct? So that means if x is equals to 3, then what I will do, I will divide the whole x-axis into two parts. I will divide the whole x-axis into two parts. One is for x greater than equals to 3 and for x less than 3. For x greater than equals to 3 and x less than 3. Now, there is one thing which is different here. In previous cases, if we increase x, around this point, for example, in this, if we'll increase x around -2, this thing is all becoming positive, and if we decrease, this thing was becoming negative, right? Now let's look at this part. If I will increase x more than 3, if I will take x more than 3, let's take x is equals to 5. Okay. What will happen to this point, this part? If x is equals to 5, this will become -2. This will become negative of 2, right? Negative of 2 means now modulus will return which value? Modulus will return only 2. If you take x more than 3, anything more than 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything more than 3, this part is becoming negative, right? So that means this modulus will do what? This modulus will return with a negative sign. This modulus will open with a negative sign. Understood? So that means this will become minus of 3 minus 6. Make sense? Yes? This makes sense? Right? Okay. Next is, suppose if x is less than 3, take any value x less than 3. Suppose if I take x less than 3, let's take 2. 3 minus 2, 1, positive. Let's take x 0, 3 minus 0, positive. Let's take x as -1. 3 minus or -1, 3 plus 1, 4. Positive. So that means when x is less than 3, this part is always positive. So how will the modulus open? Modulus will open with 3 minus x with a positive sign. Understood? So modulus opening with a negative sign and modulus opening with a positive sign. Okay? But here it is changed. Just depending on the function. Just depending on the function. You know? It just depends on the function. There is nothing, no special trick, nothing. Just depending on the function, we are just looking, okay, which part it will be positive, which part it will be negative. Till here it is okay. Fine. Now the next part is how to draw the curve. Next part is how to draw the curve. Now the simplest way in which I will draw, is simple. I will draw x and y axis first. I will put x is equals to 3 point, x is equals to 3, and I will draw the function 3 minus x. I will draw the function 3 minus x. So 3 minus x will look something like this. 3 minus x will look something like this. This is 3 minus x, right? This function is 3 minus x. Now what I have said, that if there is a modulus on the whole, what we will do? We will simply invert the graph. Where it is negative, it will become positive. We will simply invert it. So that means whatever is down will simply come up. So this part was down, this will come up. Okay. And if I'll name the two, what is this function? This is 3, less than 3 it was 3 minus x. 3 minus x. This is y is equals to 3 minus x. And this part is y is equals to minus, if I multiply, this is x minus 3. Everybody understood? Fine. This is y is equals to x minus 3. This is y is equals to 3 minus 6. So this combined, this one and this one combined will be the curve for modulus of 3 minus 6. Okay. This everybody understood? Yes. If yes, then we move on to a next question. Yeah? I'll give you one more question based on this. Okay. Something linear. Okay. Something in linear. Fine. Okay. Let's see if you can solve it or not. Yeah? I want all of you to solve it. Okay. Let's see. So let's take y is equals to modulus of -2 minus x. Let's see if you can solve this one. Modulus of -2 minus x. Done? Should we start? Should we solve this question? Now, many of you must be thinking, okay, sir, what kind of a question this is? There is a negative inside both. So what we will do with this negative? If there is a negative inside both, what we can do is, we can take this minus common from both of them. So this is minus of 2 plus x, right? And because this minus is inside the mod, this modulus will eat away this negative sign. This modulus will eat away this negative sign. So what will this become? This will become simply 2 plus x. This will become simply 2 plus x. Yes, I guess it is correct. Yes, I think it is correct. This modulus will simply become 2 plus x, right? Then, then what we will do? Simply, I will simply substitute this equal to 0. So this is equal to 0. That means x is equals to -2. Yes, very good. Most of you are getting it correct. So this is x is equals to -2, right? X is equals to -2, and I know this curve will look something like this. This part will be 2 plus x. Yes, and this part will be minus of 2 plus x. Yes, correct. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Sanvi, just check. Yeah, correct, correct. Anna, this one. Yes, very good. If you are getting this, then you understood. Yes, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, fine. Now let's this is similar kind of question, right? This is a similar kind of question. We have been doing same kind of question from too many times, right? Now let's see something else. Let's try to twist a little bit. Let's try to change the modulus, and let's try to see how will the answer be if we change it a little bit, है ना? So let's see. If suppose they instead of taking the modulus on the whole, if you have been given question like y is equals to, modulus of x plus 3, modulus of x plus 3. Now think about it, how will the question change? Instead of taking modulus of on whole, I told you, instead of if it were modulus on whole, I will simply have, I know what to do. But now we have modulus x plus 3. Okay, we have modulus of x plus 3. Now how will we solve? I'll give you 2 minutes. Just check this. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Now that is correct. That is correct. Very good. Yes, yes. Sanvit is correct. Bala Murugan, just check it. Just check it once again. Some very small, slight mistake. Okay, let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. So basically, what we okay, nice. Most of you got correct. Somewhere, because this is a different kind of question, it's okay. It's okay to make mistake. So what we can do now, yeah, correct. So what we can do is, now again we will use the same concept of mod. We'll use the same concept of mod. That modulus will only affect the thing which is variable. Here modulus is on x. There is no modulus on 3, right? So now we know that this modulus, I have to remove this modulus somehow. Because when I'm plotting the graph, I cannot plot the graph using modulus. I have to get rid of this modulus, only then I will be able to draw the graph, right? Because it's an operator. With operator, we cannot draw the graphs. So what happens? We will check whenever this is 0. This is 0 at x is equal to 0. This part is 0 at x is equal to 0, right? So how will I remove the mod? For modulus of x is equal to 0, I know that x is equal to 0, this will become 3. For x is equal to 0, this will become 3. For x greater than 0, this modulus will open with what sign? This modulus will open with a positive sign. So this will simply become x plus 3. Yes. And for x less than 0, no matter what value of x you will take, if it is less than 0, this modulus will open with what sign? This modulus will open with a negative sign. So that means this will become minus x plus 3. Only this modulus will open with a negative sign. So this will be minus of x plus 3. This will be plus of x plus 3. When I am removing this mod, it will become plus and minus. Once it will be plus, other it will be minus. Now the next part is simply, yes, correct. Very good. Now the next part is, we just have to draw the graph. So if we draw the graph, we have x-axis and y-axis. First is at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. Right? On the right side, it is x plus 3. So it is x plus 3. and on the left side it is minus x plus 3. So the graph will be something simple as that. Very simple. Okay, just check it. If you are getting it correct, then it is very good. Okay, now let's, yeah, correct. Now let's see one more example. This one is okay for everyone. Now let's see one more example. Now first I want you to draw f of x. First I want you to draw the graph for x minus 2 into x minus 1. First I want you to draw the graph of this. This is a quadratic expression. I want you to draw the graph of x minus 2 into x minus 1. Okay, fast. Let's see if we can draw. Karthik, are you drawing or not? Just looking at the screen? Huh? Draw it fast. Yes, correct. Very good. Very good. I just want you to draw the rough sketch. Yes, very good. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. Very good. Yeah, correct one. Okay. So basically, this is nothing but something like this. Enough? The 2 points, this root is 1 and this point is 2. So this is x is equals to 1, this is x is equals to 2. Now this one is okay, this one is fine. So this is very simple. Now what I want you to draw is the graph for, yes, correct, bacha, very good. It is correct. F of x is equals to, I want to draw the graph of f of x is equals to mod of x minus 2 into x minus 1. I want you to draw the graph of mod of x minus 2 into x minus 1. Just check it. Draw the graph. Yes, very good. Correct. Very good. Yes, Girish, it is correct. Atish, it is correct. Kushi, I guess, yeah. Pranav, it is correct. Very good. Okay. So basically, what we have to do, we have a modulus on the whole. Now we know the property of modulus function. Wherever it is negative, yes, correct. Mohit, it is correct, but it will not be a V shape. I will explain. So this is something like this. Yes, it is something like this. So wherever it is negative, it will become positive. So wherever it is negative, the only part where this function is negative is down here, right? So this will only shift upward, right? Many of you have drawn something like this. This is, right? It is a rough sketch, so it is fine if you're drawn like this also. But generally, whatever is down, it will simply flip upward. So whatever is down, so the curve will be, I will draw it fresh. So the curve will be simply this. Yes, very good. Correct. I hope you understood, everyone. Fine. Okay, very good. So I hope now you understood what is actually a modulus function. Okay. Modulus function basically, it's an operator. So basically, before solving any question, you have to remove the modulus. Okay. Now one last kind of a modulus function. Let's see if we can solve that one also. One last kind of a modulus function. Let's take f of x is equals to mod of x plus mod of x minus 2. F of x is equals to mod of x plus mod of x minus 2. Think about it and let's see if we can draw the graph. Think about it for a while. Let's see if we can draw the graph. This modulus is separate and this modulus is separate. You cannot simply combine the two modulus, है ना? You cannot simply combine the two modulus. Okay. This is Stalin. This is for the previous one. It will not be inverted U, bacha. It will be now this in this case it will be pointed. Just check it once again, bache. Check it once again, Stalin. Siddharth, I don't think so. It is correct, bache. Just check it once again, Siddharth. No. Girish, no, it is not correct. Just check it once again, bache. Pranav, it is not correct, bacha. Brahadish, I do not understand what you have written. 0 plus 2. What is it, bache? This is not correct. है ना? No. Sagar, it is not correct. It will not go beyond. It will not. No matter what happens, it will not go below x. Atish, I think Atish, yours is correct. It makes sense. It makes sense. है ना? I think yours is correct, Atish. Okay. Let's see. So in this question, what is happening? We have modulus in two different parts. है ना? And this modulus is not combined. This modulus is not combined. So that means, and also, yeah, it is correct. Yeah. है ना? So the modulus is not combined now. So basically, you have two different things to look at. First is modulus on x, and second is modulus of x minus 2. Yeah, it is correct now. है ना? So now the thing is that you have to check where this part is becoming 0 and where this part is becoming 0. Now, see, when x is becoming 0, so this is, suppose if I draw x-axis, yeah, I think it is correct. It is correct. है ना? It is what is your name? Raghav. It is correct, bache. है ना? Okay. So now what is happening? If this is x-axis, let's make two brackets. Let's put out 2 points. First is x is equal to 0, because for when x is 0, around that point this modulus will change sign, right? So one is x is equal to 0, and when x is equals to 2, this will change sign, because so right. So let's take x is equals to 2 on this side and x is equal to 0 on this. Okay. Now see. So we have how many divisions now? We have how many divisions? One division is, yeah, it is correct. Sagar, it is correct. One division is this. One division is this, and the third division is this, right? One's first part is this division. Second is this one. Third is this one. That means from minus infinity to 0, 0 to 2, and 2 to infinity, right? So these are the three divisions just because of 2 points. Suppose if we had 3 points, then how many divisions we would have got? We would have got 4 divisions. If we had only 1 point, how many divisions? 2, as we have seen in the previous case. Suppose if we had 10 points, 10 different modulus function parts divided like this, then how many divisions? We would have got 11. Understood? So we have 2 points, so we will have 3 divisions. Okay, so let's see. First, now I'll break this whole domain, this whole x-axis into 3 parts. First is from this. So when x is less than 0, This part will become negative. Inside the modulus will become negative. So how will the mod open? With a negative sign. So this is minus of x. This is minus of x plus. Now x minus 2. When x is less than 0, this x minus 2 will open with what sign? This x minus 2 is negative. So it will again modulus will open with a negative sign. So this will become minus of x minus 2. So the whole function, after combining the sign, the whole function becomes minus x, and this is plus 2. Minus x plus 2. So this whole part becomes minus 2x plus 2. This everybody understood? Now for the second one, when x is greater than 0, when x is greater than 0 and less than 2, when x is greater than 0 and less than 2, this modulus x will be positive. This modulus of x will be positive, right? So that means this modulus of x will open with a positive sign. This modulus of x will open with a positive sign. So that means this will be plus of x, right? Plus. Between 0 and 2, this is negative. Between 0 and 2, this is negative. So how this will open? This modulus will open with a negative sign. So this will become minus of x minus 2, right? So if I combine this two, so this will become x minus x plus 2. So this will become only 2. So that means in between 0 and 2, fx is only 2. It is independent of x. Whatever x you will substitute, it will become only 2. Okay. Anything. Let's so suppose if I substitute 1, let's check for 1 what we are getting. 1 here it will be 1. 1 minus 2 minus 1. So it will become 1. 1 plus 1. 2. Understood? So anything between 0 and 2, it will be 2. Okay. I can include 0 and 2 also. It won't make any difference. I can include 0 and 2 also. It won't make any difference. Now after 2, this is positive. This is positive. So how will the mod open? So this will be plus of x plus of x minus 2. So this will be 2x minus 2. Right? So in 3 different distinctions, in 3 different boundaries, in 3 different brackets, we have 3 different parts. We have 3 different functions. So the function converts to minus 2x plus 2 between 0 minus infinity to 0. We can draw this 2 between 0 and 2, and from after 2 it will be 2x minus 2. Okay. So most of you have drawn this part correct. Most of you have drawn this part correct. You just have to check. You just have to redraw this part. And some of you have got this part wrong. So this is the only thing which changes. Understood? Fine. So just draw this part. Now draw these 3 parts on the x-axis. On xy axis, draw these 3 parts. For x less than 0 to minus 2x plus 2. For x between 0 and 2, constant, x is equal, y is equals to 2. And for x greater than 2, it will be 2x minus 2. Try to draw this. Then I will draw. Also, I want you to draw. But yeah, we have got this one. So just check this one. But between 0 and 2, it will be a constant value. Between 0 and 2, it will be a constant value. Hai? Yes? Just check. Nandita, between 0 and 2, bacha, it's a constant. Hai? So it will be only y is equals to 2. Between 0 and 2, we can see it is constant. Yes? So just change the value between 0 and 2. Rest from this part and this part, most of you have done correct. Yes. This is correct. Vidushan, this is correct. Yeah, very good. Hai? So only between, for right side you have drawn correct, for left side you have drawn correct. Hai? Right side and left side you have drawn correct. Just in between this you have to draw. It's a constant function. Yes. Now it is correct. Siddharth, very good. It is correct now. Very good. So basically it will be a tub shape. It will be basically a tub shape. Let's see. So I will simply write this once again on the next page. So this is minus 2x plus 2. So this is minus 2x plus 2. This is 2. And for afterwards, it will be 2x minus 2. So this is 2x minus 2. Okay. So this is x-axis. This is y-axis. For x less than 0, it is something like this. Then it will become something like this. And then it will become something like this. So this is y is equals to 2. This is y is equals to 2x minus 2, and this is y is equals to minus 2x plus 2. Everybody understood? Yes, very good, very good, very good. Now you are getting it correct. Yes, very good. Raghu, Rathan, yeah, correct. Now you are getting it. Surya, yes, very good, very good. Now you are getting it. Okay, this is the last question for the day. Let's see if we can draw this one. Something similar to the previous one. We will get different distinction, three different boundaries. In those three different boundaries, we'll simply just try to draw the graph. Yes, very good. Correct. Correct one. Sanvi, it is correct. Yes, correct. बच्चा ये तो आपने you have drawn the curve for quadratic, है ना? Something like something modulus of quadratic. It will be a linear. Yeah, it is correct. Samukha, it is correct. Nisarga, it is correct. Jaffrey bro, it is correct. Very good, very good, very good. Siddharth, it is correct. Very good. Atish, it is correct. Very good. Surya, it is correct. Very good. Yes. Sagar bro, it is correct. Very good. Mohit, it is correct. Very good. Khushi, it is correct. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. So let's see. So this will be something like again a tub shape. Okay. This part is what? This part will become 4. Y is equals to 4. This part is, this is x-axis. This point is x is equals to minus 2. And this point is x is equals to 2. So on the right side, it will be 2x. On the right side, it will be 2x. And on the left side, I think it is minus 2x. So this is y is equals to 2x on the right side. This is y is equals to minus 2x. If I continue this thing, so this will keep, this will start, this will join the origin. This line will connect with the origin. Okay. Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. So this was all for modulus function, right? I think now if you see modulus function anywhere, you will be able to at least try to solve it, because now you are familiar with this. Next class, we look at some other operators and some other kind of functions. Okay. Fine. That's all for today. Just practice, practice, and practice. Okay. Thank you.